So, the good news is, Chomp's still doing well. She's still with us. She knows her name. She's just looked. When I took her to the vets, obviously, I was really worried. But the thing that you've got to think is, you just got to treat them like they're okay until they take a turn for the worst, and then worry. You know, leave the worrying until they do take a turn, because for all intents and purposes, she's a fairly happy ratty, albeit just probably a little more tired than normal, because she's carrying a little extra weight than normal. She's not as mobile as what she would be if she didn't have this lump, but she's doing well. She's doing really well. I think it was actually there's Nibs. I'll just show you something. That first night after the vet's visit, Nibs, Chomp was staying on like the cage floor, and the highest that she would go is on top of that igloo. But to be honest, I think that was my fault, because I kept waking her up every half an hour, maybe an hour, to check that she was still alive. Because obviously I was worried. The discussion me and the vet had was pretty much condemning Chomp, but obviously I've come to realise that you've just got to treat, well, I've got to treat Chomp like a normal, any other rat, like Nibs and like Daisy, you know, until something major turns and something major happens. I've just got to treat her like a normal rat. She was probably a little bit tired the following day after the vets because of lack of sleep, on my fault, because I keep waking her up to make sure she was okay. Yes, Crystal, look. All of them are under there. Oh no, Nibbles is in my bed. Looks spooky when they do that, doesn't it? So yeah, Chomp's doing well. Like I was saying, the first day or night after the vet's visit, she was on the floor and on that igloo, and that's as far as she'd go. And I've put this bottle down at the bottom so that she can reach it. But a couple of days later, after I'd realised that she wasn't, you know, as bad as what I thought, I got it into my head that she's not going to die, you know, within the next couple of hours, the next couple of days sort of thing. I left her to sleep, and she actually, I came in the bedroom and looked in, because the igloo's Chomp's favourite place. It's big enough and warm enough she can sit in there and sleep in there. That's where she normally sleeps. Well, now she does. But the other day I came in and looked for her, and she'd climbed up the cage into the hammock there. And then today, she'd actually climbed into, she's been laying in that tube at the back, which is good. You know, I know that she can climb. Nibbles is after peanut butter, but there's none in there. Crystal's having a nosy round. Daisy rat. Daisy. I've covered the end of their cardboard tube up by accident, so they've got to go searching for it. So I'll uncover it. Crystal. So yeah, Chomp's doing remarkably well for a rat that's got such a massive lump under her. Crystal's just gone up the tube. She's going to come out there. Look. There she is. Yeah, so Nibbles and Daisy are camping in the tent. So as I explained before, that tent's a Build-A-Bear tent, an army Build-A-Bear. Crystal. Oh, another bad thing is, Crystal has got a really small lump on her belly, much in the same place as Chomps. Whereas Chomps is between both of her legs, and Crystal's is just under one leg. I think you can just see it there. Let's see if we can get a bit closer without spooking it. So that there is the start of another lump, like what Chomps got. It's less than the size of a garden pea at the minute, but I've got to get you into Dr. Tim's, haven't I? So Dr. Tim's going to meet you, Crystal. You've never been to Dr. Tim's, have you? No. So I shall, for my peace of mind, book her in at the vets and see where it goes from there. I was watching another girl's video on YouTube. I can't remember whether it was Rat Guru or Emiology. Daisy. And they were saying that with female rats, 50% of female rats have or get mammary gland tumours throughout their life, and it's completely unavoidable. If they're going to get them, they're going to get them. Here's Chomp. Now she's not gone up that tube yet. She's poked her head in. That's about as far as she's gone in before. But oh, I think she has been a little bit further, but she like backed up and came out. I don't know whether she likes that tube or not, Chomp, but all the other girls will. Hello, Nib Nibs. You like the tube, don't you? Yeah. Do you like the tube, Nib? Every time I put my finger out like that, they think I've got peanut butter. There's a close-up of Nibs. Close-up of Nib Nib. Close-up of Daisy. Daisy. So Nibble is pretty much my shoulder rat. She loves being with me. And at the minute, she's trying to get my attention because she knows that if this stack of duvet was higher, she could reach that peanut butter. What are you doing, Nib? Or are you after a bicky, Nib Nib? They love Cheerios. Daisy comes running every time she hears the rattle of the bag. So yeah, Chompy Pie. You're not as mobile now, are you, big girl? Do you get tired quick? Yeah. Chomp's got hold of my phone. Do you get tired quicker now you've got a lump, girl? You gonna go down the tube? See the lump under her belly? Ah, dear me. What we're gonna do, eh, Chomp? Are you after a bicky, girl? They're pretty clever. Here comes Daisy again. Yeah, they're quite clever because, for instance, they know that Cheerios are in that box. They know that peanut butter's in that jar. They know that normal bickies are in there. They know that I keep stuff on that shelf. So what they'll do, they'll sit begging like dogs do, like Nibs is doing now. Look, she's like trying to tell me that she wants a Cheerio. So I'll give her one. Daisy. I think I just missed it then. Daisy's eyes sometimes glow red. You know when you catch her in, when she's been in the dark and she comes back into the light, like now, for a while her eyes will glow red. I think with her being quite a light colour, she might have some of the DNA structure that an albino rat would have. And depending on the light circumstances, her eyes will go red like an albino rat's eyes, which is quite interesting. And that's where I got her nickname from, Crazy Daisy the Devil Rat, because She runs around like mad. She's got loads of energy, Daisy has. I think she's the most energetic one of the lot. She's just so inquisitive. Quite really, really clever. Aren't you, Daisy? Right? Yeah, you know I'm talking about you, don't you, Daisy? So that's where the crazy came from. Her name Daisy came from another 2 rats that my children had when they were a bit younger. One was called Daisy and one was called Emily. And my mum wanted me to call one of my girls Daisy. So when I got her, I called her Daisy. The other Daisy rat was almost completely white bodied, and she had like a silvery grey hood just over her head, like the same colour as Crystal here, like a silvery, not black, not brown, but like a silvery colour. And the hood just went to just behind her ears, and the rest of her was white. So Daisy's a little bit different, but beggars can't be choosers. Nibble's name came from basically after I got the 2 girls. After I got Nibbles and Chomp, I was stuck on names. So they were pretty much called Rat 1 and Rat 2. Chomp, because my boys had rats before, Chomp was going to be my youngest boy's rat, and Nibbles was going to be my rat. We were going to keep them together, but my son wanted Chomp there, and he actually came up with the name. I think he was going to call her Winter or December because he was born in December. Romeo was, and I was stuck for a name for Nib Nibs. Winter Nib, yeah. And I actually posted on Facebook, what can I call a rat? And quite a few people put Nibbles. So Nibbles is called Nibbles for that. And ironically, the names are pretty fitting, because Nibbles nibbles on things. She's always been a delicate eater, Nibbles has. And she does nibble on things, including my feet. Chomp has always been a really good eater. Ain't you, Chompy? Chomp's always been a good eater. Basically, you got to offer Chomp a treat, and you have to be careful she don't take your finger end off, because she chomps at it. So my son let me have Chomp and let me call her whatever I wanted to call her, because he got 2 Russian dwarf hamsters. He's still got one, but sadly one passed away last year at around a year old, or just under a year old, or just over a year old, around that time. And with Nibbles being called Nibbles, I think one of the girls is inside my duvet, so I've got to go rat hunting later. Because I'd got Nibbles called Nibbles, and Chomp was a bit more boisterous with food, I decided to call her Chomp. Partly after the chocolate bar Chomp. You know, the Cadbury's Chomp? That's you, isn't it, Chompy? She just licked my finger. She's such a loving rat, Chomp is. She's a bit boisterous when it comes to taking food off you, but she is ever such a loving girl. I wouldn't ask for a different rat. So, this is pretty much what Chomp does all the time from when she was a baby. She's never been that lively. She's always, she's walked around for a bit and then stopped and had a breather. Walked around for a bit longer, stopped and had a breather. Which is good, because Chomp's a really good shoulder rat. With her not being as active as Nibbles, if you take her on your shoulder in a shop or anything like that, she's less determined to jump down. You know, she'd rather stay on your shoulder or go in your hood. What she'll do when you take her out is she'll pace from side to side, from left shoulder to right shoulder and back again across the back of your neck. On you go. So now you know a little bit of the history of the girls. And Crystal. See you in a minute, Chomp. I was stuck on a name for Crystal. Wherever she is. Where is she? I think she might be inside my bed. I've just seen the duvet move. So, yeah. I was stuck on a name for Crystal. And then on the water bottle I spotted that. So, her name was either going to be Classic or Crystal. And I thought, well, she's a girl. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. So, the real reason that Crystal's name is Crystal is actually because I'm quite spiritual. Up on these shelves, pardon it being a bit of a mess as well. I know, there's supposed to be DVD shelves, and I know. Hey, it's free space. It's, what do the Americans call it? I don't remember now. But anyway, I've got a selection of stuff. Some of that, obviously, out the reach of the girls, is all Chomp and Nibbles old medicine. And what I'll do, I'll shove it up the shelf and put fresh medicine at this end and just, like, keep hold of this stuff. Just in case I need to, you know, like, have a look at one of the bottles and say, hey, she's didn't do really well with that. Can I try something else? A few computer parts, Christmas hat. So yeah, I'm pretty spiritual, and I've got tarot cards, and I do readings for friends, family, some people that I know. I don't do it professionally. I don't do YouTube videos of it, but somewhere I do have a bag of crystals. What's that one? I think that's jade there, the green one. Yeah. So, with me being into spiritual stuff and crystals myself, being attacked by Daisy, I decided to call Crystal Crystal for that reason, because I like crystals. Not that I've got many, but nevertheless, I was having a spiritual moment when I saw Crystal in the shop. So she got called Crystal. Chomps having a sniff around there. See, with rats, they love to explore. So they're always looking for somewhere to escape to, so that they can explore further. Which is why Nibbles, or well, a lot of the girls will pull DVDs off the shelf and look what's behind the DVDs. Chomp, that's you, Chompy. She seems to think she can fit, I don't know whether you can see that, there's a gap in between this filing cabinet and the DVD shelf, so there's a little gap just there. And Chomp's always having a sniff down there to see if she can get down there, but she would never have made it even when she were a baby. See, Crystal's pulling a DVD out now, pointed him in the right direction. Do you want to watch a film, Crystal? Come on then. Pick a film to watch then. It's usually them two where she is that right at the end that get pulled out. And then an odd one. See, that one's a little bit further out than usual. Crystal. Can I pick you up? Nope. See, they can jump onto the second shelf up, but they can't climb onto the third one, which is why I keep the medicine out of the way. Big girl. Are you coming for a cuddle, big girl? Do you want Daddy to put the phone down and give you a cuddle? Yeah? See the lump? No, she's after some food. So I only leave things that are safe for the girls on the floor. I don't let them get anywhere near anything that would hurt them. Close up of Nib. Photo bobbing. Right. Do you want to lick it? Here comes Daisy, look. Every time you rattle that bag like that, Daisy just comes running. She's associated bag rattling with food. And gone. Okay. So, Crystal. With Crystal, I think she knows, I think she understands can I pick you up? Because when I say it, usually, pick you up. No. Usually she gets on my hand when I say that. Crystal, come on then. She's scared of everything. Try this technique. Yes. Picking her right up with one hand and putting her on the shelf. Daisy. Daisy. Come on then. Daisy Rat. I can pick Daisy Rat up normally. She just lets me pick her up like that. And onto the shelf. Come on then, Crystal. She's found something. Daisy's got something. That's not rat poop there. What that is, I'll show you. When you come in then, Daisy Rat. Come on then. No. So, from Iceland, the shop, she's just found something. I get these bags of yoghurt and cranberries, which is both fine. I've checked the ingredients because they can eat human food, if you remember. And basically, those little black things on that shelf are the cranberries out of these treats, because for some reason they're not into fruit, sorry, but they will eat yoghurt quite happily. So what they do, they eat the yoghurt shell and leave the cranberry. See, Chomps managed up the ramp with the lump and down the other side. Oh, I've got a little ladder for the girls. That's supposed to be for a parrot or a bird cage, you know. But I just thought I'd put that in there because it's about the same angle as a ramp. So the girls can come up that. They don't have to climb to there now. They can just walk up the ladder. Can't you, Neb? Yeah. Do you want to cuddle, Neb? No, she's begging for the peanut butter. So, I'm going to get gone and I will give her some peanut butter. See you later.